Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Social Equity Podcast. It's Sophia Spallino. I'm so happy you're here. I love that I get to help women build profitable personal brands. And the one time I helped a man do this in 2 consults and he blew up, I absolutely regretted it. I don't ever plan to work with men. Rule number 1, teach a man nothing. Rule number 2, teach women everything. I just want to see women win. I just want us to lay it out and level out this playing field that we've been suppressed playing for years, because we can now. We can do better, outperform, out-achieve, out-earn men. And I'm just so glad to be living proof of it. So, hi. If you don't already know me, I am a 30-year-old lipstick lesbian. Yes, being gay is like my entire personality because I waited until I was 28 to come out. And now I'm feeling very proud and liberated. So if you don't like that, bye. But yeah, it is my entire personality. Other than that, I love to make money and I enjoy working out. Now that you know a little bit about me, I'm curious, how did you land here? Is it because you binge watch my content? Did you find me from TikTok, Clapper, YouTube, the Gram, Facebook? I mean, obviously people were there because Facebook Reels are popping. By the way, if you're not on Facebook Reels, you are so wasting your time because you could easily just be reposting them from the back end of your Instagram to your wow, I'm blending words together. It's a thing that my brain does. I was like, Facebook personal. Sometimes I say things, I'm just like, what the fuck just came out of my mouth? Also, I was about to say the words I'm dead, but I'm really trying to rebrand my language, okay? No, I'm trying to manifest better, healthier things and speak life over my body. So I'm like, I'm alive anytime I think something's funny. I know that's probably cuckoo. But it's all these little things that we add up that give us the mindset that we have, that give us the life we have, that gives us the health and wealth that we have. So anytime I'm tempted to say I'm dead from now on, I'm going to be like, I'm alive. Like, that was so funny. I don't know. If you hear me say it, it'll be our inside joke. You'll have caught on to it. The rest of the world will catch up eventually. But saying we're dead is not speaking life over ourselves, and that eventually adds up. Words matter. Okay, all this to say, words matter. On social media, words aren't the first thing that matters. That's funny. How do we get here? I don't know. My brain is like a little squirrel right now, but follow me, bear with me. The first time people see you, they're seeing you. They might not be hearing you because you don't get to this long form nurturing content of the podcast unless you've seen me first in your feed on a social platform. Then you followed me and then you see me consistently in your feed. And because you like, know, and trust me, you're going to turn up the volume and listen to what I have to say. But before you listen, you see me. So you're connecting with my image. And once you connect with my image, when you see me pop up in your feed, you think, oh, that's Sophia. I got to hear what she has to say, even if your volume is turned down. Thank you for caring what I have to say. I think what I have to say is awesome. I think what you have to say is awesome. And I think your audience is going to feel the same way about you, as long as you are positioning yourself with proper visual branding. So today I want to give you the shortcut version of what you need to do to brand yourself in your content, specifically your video content, because we all have a type, and I feel like my social media type is just very authentic but badass boss bitch. And I created this persona with a mix of authenticity and strategy. And I feel like it takes a blend of these two things to get it just right, to be both real and to inspire people and to show up raw but also on brand. It's so important to be on brand. So when someone says be on brand, you might be like, what the fuck does she mean? Okay, in videos of your favorite creators, do they typically have a certain background that you recognize? Do they typically have a certain style of clothes, like their personal style? You just vibe with it. Even if you wouldn't wear it yourself, you're like, God, I just love how she dresses. I love how she shows up. What about someone's body language? Like, you watch someone who creates very simple videos where they're playing their guitar kind of shyly, but you had to follow them on TikTok and watch everything they post, because even though they're playing so shyly and quietly, you just vibe with their energy And when you see that like soft girl show up playing guitar on TikTok, you know it's the girl you love to follow because she's got this soft girl image. Her background's a certain way, her body language is a certain way. She's soft. She doesn't like show up on camera the way I do, like, I'm here. Like, there's something you love about them. And all these things collectively make your personal brand. So if you want to take out your notebook, these are things. It's all about what you're wearing. Are you wearing on brand colors or a certain style consistently? If your style is kind of all over the place, well, then people can just know you as a stylish person who wears a lot of different styles, but at least consistently show up as a stylish person if that's who you are. If you're not, then consistently show up a little messy, and people are going to love that and relate to that. If you're always holding a mug of cold coffee, you will one day get around to finishing, or you're always sitting on a pile of laundry when you film your videos, okay, then always sit on a pile of laundry or be in a messy house because people are going to relate to that realness. If you are building a different type of brand to a different type of audience, you might always want to be in a blazer at your desk and have like the background blurred out and some books in your brand colors blurred out in your background. Bring that formal, credible energy every day. So you're setting what you're wearing, your fonts, your branding colors, your language. Are you professional or do you curse a little like me? Like, what are you showing up as? I feel strategically we're in an age where it's like, cut the bullshit. If we want a programmed answer, we can all go ask Chat GPT. Your language, who you are, your body language, that's what people are buying. What makes you you? The way that I'm unashamed in my lesbian nature. Like, I'm so excited to be who I am, and I'm so excited to work with people who want to work with me knowing my sexuality. I never want it to be the elephant in the room or them have beliefs that goes against who I am and how I am, and then one day they decide when they figure it out that I'm a lesbian, they don't want to work with me. Well, why don't we just snip that in the bud right here? Because here in the South, that's how business works. People find out something they don't like about you, they don't want to work with you, and I'd rather just show up on the internet in the fullness of myself, revealing all facets of my diamond, and knowing that no one can just one day decide, well, I don't like her because she's this. Like, I don't hide those things. So what is it for you? I know some people, like, their personal story is like, okay, I started with OnlyFans on social media, but now I'm doing this. And instead of hiding that, they embrace it as a part of their story. And like, I don't know, I've had one interview with a ex-stripper on my podcast at one time, and she's now a really popular CEO. And she shares that story openly. Like, no one can go dig up old pictures of her being a stripper. She's just openly sharing it. Not that there's anything wrong with being a stripper. I fully support your freedom to whatever kind of work you want to be in. And your energy, what all in all, when you add all these things together, your brand is your energy. It's your vibe. There is a reason you connect with me. And you might not be able to put your finger on it, but it's all these things that we talked about in one. It is your story. It is your body language. It is your actual language coming out of your mouth. It is the fonts you choose, the colors you choose. It is the settings you choose that makes you relatable or not relatable to your audience. And it's what you're wearing that has you positioned as someone who is polished or someone who is just super casual. And all of these things are okay. It makes you who you are. And as long as you show up consistently on brand, you will show up in people's feed once they decide to follow you and buy into your brand. Then you show up on their feed. And again, they're connecting with you because they remember you based off of the appearance of your videos. And when they remember you based off of the appearance of your videos, they start to remember your screen name. And when they need support, whether that's a service or coaching or a product that you're representing, they will remember you. You will be top of mind, and you will be the go-to authority in your niche. Now, of course, I made a fun little video about this topic, so I'm going to insert the audio here, and that will be how we finish out the podcast. There's just some more nuggets in here as I talk about what made me my personal brand, and hopefully you will learn from it, because I feel anytime I share part of my story, what makes me who I am, you can listen to it, and you can be thinking, what makes me who I am, and you can start to apply some of the strategies that I use, how I show up on camera, and it'll help get your juices flowing in your brain. So start thinking about how you want to show up in your video content. So enjoy, and we'll talk soon. If you have any questions about these things, feel free to DM me on Instagram. So we all have a type. Mine happens to be feminine older women who won't come out of the closet. Toxic. But we all have a type on social media too. Let me explain. Yesterday I was talking to a client and we were trying to establish her brand image, her type. When people come onto your profile, what type are you? Are you the kind of person they want to follow as if you were a dating profile and they're swiping and scrolling? Do they want to date you? Do they want to follow you? Do they want to buy into your brand? So we're creating her type. Now, how do we create a type on social media that people learn to like, know, trust, and love? You create a certain way you show up, a certain way you talk to your audience. Are you slower and more casual? Are you more aggressive and fiery like me? Are you wearing a certain color in every one of your videos? Your feed have a pattern that is all these different colors that are your brand colors and only those. Do you wear a typical type of clothes? For me, I mix it up between feminine business and workout clothes. What is the vibe people feel when they show up on your profile? How are you translating every single time? When you show up in a feed, in a scroller, they're like, oh, that's that Sophia girl, I should listen. Not based on hearing you, just based on how they're seeing you. Are they catching the vibe? This is so important to create a brand that people get addicted to and start binging your content because they feel like you're their best friend. I cannot talk and do makeup at the same time. But yesterday I was in a coaching call and I got one of the best compliments ever from a very gorgeous client. And she said something like, oh, forgot bronzer. She said something like, Sophia, did you plan out your vibe to be lips and lashes? Like, I love your fake lashes. And I was like, fake lashes? Bitch, I haven't worn fake lashes in like 5 years, maybe more than that. I haven't worn fake lashes since I was married, circa 2018, maybe even 2016. Oh my gosh. So it was a huge compliment and I was like, no, that's just who I am. That's how I show up. So I don't have to do anything fake. I just get to show up authentically me, because it gets exhausting to show up as anything that's not authentically you. Believe me, I did it for years. Another thing that I do is I wear subtle queer jewelry and nails. I'm gonna always include a little gay. And the next thing she said, she was like, the lips and the lashes. And I was like, yeah, I do love my lips. And I go get them filled once a year at the anti-aging clinics. And I am not ashamed to say that it is filler, because people are like, you're so exotically pretty. And I'm like, thank you. That's so nice. But I'm just a white girl with lip injections. It's really that simple. But also obsessed with this, not sponsored at all because I have no idea what it is. I think it's BIP, and this is actually mystery glaze, so I can't even tell you what color it is. But I just feel like it's so pretty. Anyway, she made me think I created a brand by showing up as me, and I showed up as me so authentically. The 3 things she said, she was like, glowy skin, lips, lashes, and I'm like, that's so nice. What is it for you? Like, no matter how I show up, I am so comfortable getting close in the camera. For you, if you're like, I don't know, I'm not confident in my skin or whatever. Okay, first of all, I think it's great if you show up without filters, but there's filters for everything. Whatever your insecurity is, there's a filter for it. Secondly, I wouldn't filter your insecurities because that's what makes you who you are. I feel like I have the crookedest as fuck nose and I show up like every day in the camera. And when I edit my videos, I can see it super clearly and it does make me insecure, but it doesn't matter. I get past it. Okay. Also, she was like, your lashes, not fake lashes. I'm not sponsored for any of this. I just want to tell you because I don't want to gatekeep. I have used Latisse for years. That is kind of expensive. I think it's over $200 a bottle. But hear me out. This bottle, I make it last a year. I think that I've had this bottle since before I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. Now, I'm gonna have to buy more soon, no biggie. But it is expensive. Here's the thing. Using Latisse too much or putting too much can actually eat up the fat under your eyes. So I don't overdo it. If you go back and look at my videos, you'll see where some fat was out of my face right here, and I didn't want to get filler right here. My injectionist was like, you're not ready yet. We don't want to do that because I'm 30. So I love that my injectionist is like, oh, we're not gonna just take the money from you just because you want to do this. This is what's best for your face. This is what's best for your skin long term. So I just started reducing the amount of Latisse I use every day. And instead I mix in, this is definitely not sponsored because The Ordinary doesn't sponsor anyone, but this is The Ordinary's multi-peptide lash and brow serum. And I put this on every single night. And then twice a week I put on Latisse. That is how you make that shit last a long time. And this is before I even curl my lashes and one coat of mascara. So if you want your brand to be lashes and skin, take care of your lashes and skin and put on some lip gloss. But all this to say, when you create videos, I want you to be thinking, what is your vibe? Who are you showing up as? Do people get to expect you in some way, shape, or form? I know my audience does. I'm either really dressed up or really casual in a matching workout set. That's just who I am, how I show up. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this hair because Lord Jesus is a fire. I'm Sophia Spallino, the host of Social Equity. Thanks for listening to the podcast and sharing it with your friends. If you got value from this episode, be sure to subscribe and listen to more episodes about mastering your entrepreneur mindset, making more money with your personal brand, manifesting your dream social media audience, and living a life doing what you love, like truly love every day. And if you love the show but don't know who I am or why you could take my advice to heart and implement my strategies and tips, allow me to introduce myself. I am a social media coach and agency founder. I have spent over 8 years in the social media space and amassed over 333,000 followers across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as hosting a top charting podcast. I am not gatekeeping the goods. I want to share my tips to help you build social equity. What's social equity? It's a little term I coined. Let's break it down. Social, in this case, short for social media. Equity, the value of an engaged online community, an asset you are building for yourself. I love helping women build social equity and watching you unapologetically take up space online and leverage your personal brand to directly earn revenue or support another revenue stream. Yes, you can strategically attract people who love to follow you on social media, believe what you say, and love to buy from you. If you're ready to stop hitting walls, take inspired action, and manifest social media success, there are 2 ways to work with me. You can hire me as your personal coach or work with me and my agency. If you want to learn how to make strategic, beautiful content and grow your brand, you can do it. I can teach you. Join my one-on-one, on-demand coaching support program to get access to me and social media lessons in real time. When you're inspired, at your own pace, I am a text away. Plus, you'll get weekly Zoom lessons. Whether you're a novice at creating or need strategic support overcoming a plateau, I can help you level up your mindset and personal brand. Apply for VIP access in the show notes. You can also book a single session if you started your personal or business social media journey and just feel stuck. Now, if you don't have time to make strategic, beautiful content, but you know you need to have a pristine social media presence, me and my team of social media stylists at Legacy the Agency can do it for you with excellence. As a perfectionist, I've had trouble letting go of doing everything myself, and I can promise you, you will scale faster and achieve so much more if you hire the right people. We are the right people, and we do things with excellence. Learn how Legacy the Agency works by going to legacytheagency.com or by visiting the link in the show notes. When you do that, you can book a clarity call on legacytheagency.com, and that will include a social media audit of what you currently have going on. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Sophia Spallino. And lastly, if you feel yourself come alive and get excited to take radical responsibility for building your social equity, share this show with a friend and leave a 5-star rating and kind review wherever you listen to podcasts. Because with a positive mindset and a personal brand, I believe all things are possible. So get up and go get what you want.